double check everything's fine. Looking at the general condition of the hive, no ants, no dead bees on the porch. Activity is high. Sugar water is used by about 1/3. I had forgotten that I had refilled this up. Activity at the top of the hive, which if you remember last time, we converted from a honey zooper by removing the queen excluder to an additional second brood box. So we have to be cautious and careful that the queen has not moved up. We're hoping to see more comb building. We'll be using the pellets to apply some smoke both the front porch not found in this protected case that I had put on to protect the supplemental feeding of the 1-to-1 sugar water. The inner cover had plenty of activity involved with it. The inside cover has no queen on it. Doesn't show any signs of any drones. The general disposition of the bees are wonderful. No one is alarming any bells. No one's sticking their riptididdies up, their thoraxes up, and have them into the air. We're not seeing anything here. I will go through and clean a little bit. No signs of robbing along the outside creases. Once again, we will be working east to west. In a casual observation, I am seeing bees on frames 2, 3, 5, and 9. The new piece of equipment we're going to be trying today is this frame holder. I just don't like putting them on the ground. If you remember last week, I believe the queen was found on the bottom box, all the way at the bottom. Frame number 1. Frame number 1 has bee activity on both sides. It appears that they are laying comb on this particular side and cleaning it up. The queen is not evident here. We do have bees laying, excuse me, not laying, but they are storing nectar on this east side. On the west side, there's plenty of activity. We have a good laying pattern of nectar along the outsides, brood in various stages. We have the visibility of eggs, very prevalent. Clearly the queen has worked her way up into this area. We also have pollen. So I'm going to try to start with nectar, saying we have nectar here, we have pollen, we have eggs, we have uncapped brood in various stages. They look like they are in good puddles, and we also have capped brood. There is no visibility of any deformed wing. There are no strange smells, and the queen is not prevalent, not present. Frame number 2 is also what I would consider a full frame of bees. Both on the east and west side. There is no presence of any queen cups, no presence of any queen cells. I'm cleaning up some of this bottom comb that they were laying. On this frame, we both have nectar, we have pollen, we have brood in all stages, larva, capped, uncapped. We have eggs, very easy to see. On the west side, the same goes, with the only difference is in the north corner, there is some capped honey. Frame 3. On frame 3, I am seeing drones now, which is a step up for us. There are a few. This I'm going to consider also a full frame of bees. No queen cups, no queen cells. A little bit of abnormal honeycomb here, connecting the two. Once again, here we have nectar on both the east and west side. We have pollen, good laying pattern. We have eggs, larvae at different stages. we have capped brood. No signs of queen, or the queen was not visible on this frame. Frame 4, which was just blank foundation. They are all over the top of it, and it appears that they possibly could be just getting ready to start laying comb. But what's great is on the east side, they are absolutely beginning to build comb. This is not considered a full frame of bees, but they are active on it. No queen cups, no queen cells, obviously no brood at all, no eggs, no queen. Because of their activity, I'm going to keep this here. I am a little surprised at the fact that it's on the east side rather than the west, but maybe because I cut some limbs back, there's more sun hitting it. Because this is some deformed comb, I don't like the way that's being laid out in comparison to the one that's right next to it. I'm going to scrape it away. Moving on to frame 5. Very heavy frame. No immediate sign of the queen. I'm going to consider this a pretty full frame of bees. Probably, well, let's just call it 75%. There is no honey, no capped brood. We have pollen throughout the entire frame, and we have nectar being stored. Both sides are equal. No eggs, no brood of any kind. This frame may very well be moved further to the outside. Moving to frame 6, which is also an empty foundation, there is bee activity. No sign of the queen, and no sign of comb being built. Frame number 7. Evidence of new comb being built. This is sparsely populated. Comb is in very good condition. No sign of the queen. Going to leave it right where it's at. It looks like there's going to be some things. Frame number 8, empty frame. Really no activity on it whatsoever. Frame number 9. Plenty of activity, but I'm only going to call it about 20%. They have been going through this and repairing the comb. No sign of the queen, no sign of any queen cells, queen cups. Evidence on the east side, south portion of the frame of a probably less than 15 cells being capped with honey. Pollen on both sides of these. I'm going to put it about 50% of the overall frame. Frame number 10. They have a lot of work to repair with this. This is one I'm going to be watching for a while. You can see them frantically trying to clean and rework. Nothing being stored in the cells. This frame was in pretty poor condition when I put it in. The east side, which now seems to have been more activity than the west, also just has maintenance defects. Does not show any signs of anything being stored. I'm going to move frame number 5 that has the food out to frame number 10 position, with the hopes that they will go out there for food. Therefore, of course, travel across the The general disposition of the bees has been pretty good. We're starting to see the bees put their rears in the air a little bit, signaling that there is a concern and for everyone to hustle back. Checking the bee space. We're in good shape here. It is difficult to tell the general. I would say this is pretty good weight to it as well. It was difficult to hear their sound because the neighbors were mowing. Moving down into the first brood box. My general observation, we have very good activity on probably about 8 frames. Once we get into it, we'll be able to see a little bit better. Applying a little bit of smoke to clear some space. They are responding well to it. Giving me once again going east to west. Being careful to remember general aggressiveness is fine. Frame number 1, it's separating a little bit here at the top. Ah, the queen is here on frame number 1 again, all the way east. I don't know if you will be able to see her or not. She's moving right there. Looking healthy, wealthy, and wise. Remember, she has the white dot on her. She doesn't appear to be damaged in any way, shape, or form. I'm not seeing much activity though in eggs from her. We have nectar here. We have pollen. We have capped brood. I do not see, though, any larvae or eggs. She is in a precarious position right now. I would consider that a full frame of bees. Quickly, in frame number 2, there is evidence of comb building, which is good. There's plenty of activity on this frame. However, not much going on. I'm going to place this in here carefully and move on to frame number 3. Frame number 3 is another frame of full frame of bees, both sides. We have nectar. A little bit of pollen. We have brood at various stages. We have eggs. We have larvae. We have capped brood. No evidence of honey. On this side, we have more nectar, more capped brood. We have larvae. Frame number 4, they are really busy, building comb on the east side. We do have a queen cup, which I will be destroying. Plenty of activity on here, but certainly not a full frame of bees. Frame number 5. In frame number 5, I would say it's probably 50% full of bees. This looks like there is no there are brood in no stages. There is nectar, there is plenty of pollen, and there is capped honey on both sides. I will be moving this to an outside frame. Frame number 6, fully drawn comb. No evidence of any laying. Well, no, that's not true. We've got some brood, cap brood, but no larva. No larva. Really no nectar, but some honey. Frame number 7, we've got some evidence of some kind of funky comb being built. Oh, the queen has moved all the way over to there. I'm going to put this back real quick. There was a lesson. She went from frame number 1 all the way over to frame number 8. Rather, frame number 7. Frame number 8 has no evidence of much activity. Frame number 9 is fully drawn. It appears to be a possibility. That's probably just some abnormal stuff. A couple of brood, a couple of capped brood. No evidence of anything else. Frame number 10 has nectar in it, not much bee activity. My overall assessment of this is that it has enough room. We're not in danger, but I think it's reproducing well. Now it's going to be time to do my mite check. Shaking 1, 2, 3. I'm counting. I'm counting 4. Well within the limits. Bee spacing is good. Returning the bees back to where they needed to be. No sign of any hive beetles, bee moths. Everybody seems to be in good condition, in good spirits. Bees are making beautiful sounds. Turning the inner cover. Turning the feeder with the hopes of promoting more growth, more comb building. Because of the crazy heat, I'm going to keep the tray removed. And that's it for the inspection.